Hi, and welcome to Android Coliseum Hangout number 122 on July 8th, 2015. We're a lot more ready for the camera to go live this time than we were last time you saw us, so must be the start of the second half of the year. Did you guys have a good Canada Day? Do anything extra or interesting?
I did. I mean, I went running around. I'm pretty sure you've seen the pictures posted all over Google Plus.
Yes, they were
yeah,
great.
it was a very long day.
What about you, Rob? Did you guys end up doing anything?
I just went over to a friend's place and enjoyed some time. And my friends have a pool in the backyard, so took the kids swimming and everything. It's pretty good. Very nice.
That's one way of doing it, right? Relaxing, kicking back in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
It was too cool here to go in the pool. It was kind of like cool. But we had a great time here, too. The park was really busy. We live right by the park where they do a lot of the main events, and they had bungee jumping and a whole bunch of different stuff. I was chased out of there by mosquitoes, so we didn't stay long.
Yeah,
but I think it was good.
Everybody
had a good time.
Good stuff.
Well, and Ryan may or may not join us later. He's having problems with his internet connection. He sort of started freezing up there.
Some technical difficulties.
Yes. So, well, let's get started. We have some OnePlus 2 rumors that Martin wants to talk about.
Well, at this point, it's not so much rumors anymore. I mean, the OnePlus 2 launch date has been set for July 27th. What is a rumor that we've been hearing around is that it will be priced under $450. There hasn't been any real concrete information to date because some indication also indicated it would be over $500, which also sent the community uproar. So hopefully the latest rumors are true and it's going to be under $450, which would be nice because then it would make it affordable and competitive with other devices on the market. What do you guys think about that?
I have trust issues with them.
Yeah, I remember them saying something about it's never about the price and this kind of thing, and a lot of people sure disagreed with that, including myself. And I was like, no, that's what your first thing was with OnePlus, was to make it nice and low cost. So
yeah, I know you made a comment
to bring the
about
next
that,
one up. I did make a comment. I quoted them saying it's never about the price, and I just simply put what, and I had about 34 or some likes on that one, or pluses on Google Plus there. So yeah, a lot of people are agreeing with me too, just going, yeah, it's about the price. That's kind of what drew us in the first place. So round two should kind of be the same thing, you would think. But
I mean, sure, you can have it about the same price. You probably can increase it a bit because you're adding newer specs, newer
exactly.
People. So yeah, I can see the price being a bit more, but not by a margin of like $150.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I think people almost think of the OnePlus 2 as a substitute for the Nexus in terms of being a reasonable quality, low-cost device. So I think a lot of people would be driven away if they actually did increase that price too much.
Well, it's cheaper than a Nexus 6.
Yes, but many things are cheaper than a Nexus 6. So let's move on. Some of our older devices are finally coming to the end of that 18-month window. So, Martin, you were reading about some of Samsung's older devices?
Yep, Samsung's old devices are dearest friend, the Galaxy Note 2, and also the S3. It's not looking good for them because it's apparently not going to get Lollipop at all now. There's been a lot of posting done over Twitter, and it's been noted that the 2 and the 3 won't be receiving Lollipop. And that was dated on July 4th, and it was posted early in the morning by Samsung Mobile UK.
So does that mean that that's not even available if people root in ROM, or people will be able to go?
If people root in ROM, it's been available for several months now. You're able to just push Lollipop to your device. But an official release, it doesn't look like it's in the cards.
That's, I'm just going to say that I'm not surprised. I mean, S3 is now 3 years old, so most people will have moved on and want some of the more up-to-date features that you can get just with the hardware, never mind the software. What do you think, Rob?
No comment this time.
Okay. I always forget to see comments, so I'm just going to make sure that I...
That's okay. That's okay.
It's all good.
And everybody is... You're getting a G4, aren't you?
Yeah, I did indeed win one of those G4s. So hopefully that G4 is coming later on this month, I hope.
Okay.
Sometime soon.
Martin,
but yeah, I got confirmation. They received my test device back and everything, and I got the email saying you met all requirements. We're going to send you a Canadian variant of the G4. So,
excellent.
For you, man.
And then Ryan, so your news is especially important.
Yeah, so Ryan is also going to be getting a G4 from what I understand. So we're going to have two of our boys are going to be getting G4s.
And they have PMA, right? So you're going to tell us about that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everybody was hoping for QI. Unfortunately, the version that we're getting in Canada will not be having QI charge support. It's going to be PMA wireless charging. And we have a confirmation that was received by LG that they're going with PMA. And this is apparently pissing off a lot of people.
So I know that Samsung, LG, Sony even are both members of both alliances, both the PMA and the CLIA alliance. What is the difference between the two? Is one a faster charge, or what would be the advantage for them?
No, to my understanding, it's the method used for wireless charging.
Oh, okay, so it's just another alternative like inductive magnetic or...
Yeah. There are three consortium happening there. You've got the QI, the PMA, and the third one, which is being adopted in Europe. So it's not even QI or PMA. So if the one that's being adopted in Europe, and if it goes to be accepted, it's going to become the standard, and the other two will disappear.
Excellent news.
that could be interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, the whole thing's just leading me to just not even bother with wireless charging. Like, if when I get the G4, I'm not going to bother getting the new stick or anything. I'll probably just opt for the fast charging, which was confirmed for the G4s.
You know what?
So
Sony did something interesting. Didn't went with either one service. They went directly with magnetic charger port. You just plug it in. There you go. Done. There's no fiddling at plugging something in. It just sticks to it in a charge. That was awesome. I have it here for both my tablet and the phone. It's freaking awesome.
And I have to say that wireless charging is one of the features I am looking for in a device. So it's one of the things I like about the Sony phone, that and the battery life. However, I think this is going... Maybe if Mark Plastica is watching, he might want to replace that smashed phone he has. This one.
And
anyways,
something to note: the Z3 Plus does not have the mag charger to it.
Well, I think maybe people are pulling back. Maybe manufacturers are pulling back to see what happens with this. Yeah, with the thing going on in Europe. Could run by. Is it being spearheaded by Germans?
No idea. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. So, in other awesome news, TELUS has increased its unlock fee. They have to unlock things now after you have had a device for, 15 minutes or something like that. So, tell us more, Martin.
The standard unlocking fee for most carrier was about $30 to $35.
It was?
TELUS has now increased that to $50, and they call it cost recovery. I don't know where they're getting their cost recovery from, but $50 to unlock my phone. I'm just going to go under sellunlocker.net, and I'm going to put in the request to get an unlock code. It'll cost me about $10.
Yeah. That seems like a strange double talk way of charging you more for something that they're supposed to supply.
And you know what? Bell, if TELUS is doing it, you bet your ass that Bell and Rogers will do it as well.
Yep.
Okay. And we're all really happy about that. So let's move on. Instagram. Yeah, we're burning through this. I want to go to the post office.
Apparently.
Instagram has increased its photo size. Rob, you're on Instagram?
Yep. Yeah, I'm on there. One of the things about Android users and Instagram for quite some time, especially those that may have come over from the iPhone side, was that you'd upload a photo and it would be way less quality, and you could note it. And even when you're browsing through the photos, they wouldn't look as right either. So especially people like myself that are more into photography and kind of care about that extra quality, it drove us up the walls. So yeah, the great news was that Instagram's finally updated that, and I believe it was 1,020. What was the numbers, Martin? I don't have it in front of me, but 1,000 something squares.
1080.
1080p.
Thank you. So yeah, I was brought up to that now, and I'm looking forward to seeing that on my phone and seeing much better quality images.
That definitely would be nice. I mean, I personally haven't used Instagram, but I know a lot of people do. And yeah, 1080p quality would be awesome to have for Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds good. I am not on Instagram. I'm on Google+. That's where I put my pictures.
I do the same thing. Everything's on Google Plus for my pictures.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
I'm just not that social. And I'm going to keep it that way. So, the one thing that I saw come across my feed a few times is LG is working on better wearable batteries with a longer life through a different, it's LG Chem. So it's a different subsidiary in their big conglomerate. And yeah, what do you guys think? Like for me, I get enough. Like I only have to charge once. But perhaps other people would like to charge less often. Do you guys charge? Like especially with the Moto 360, I find it just easy to throw it on the charger. Only takes it takes maybe half an hour to recharge. This isn't that important to me. What about you guys?
Well, I'm still a Pebble user, so I mean, I got up to 7 days before charging, and my Pebble still goes about 4 or 5 days. So yeah, for me, it's not much of an issue. But if I were to use a Android Wear watch, which I'd like to get one day, then I can maybe comment more then just to see how whatever device I choose lasts me. So
I can guarantee you right now, if you grab one of those Android wearable, you're good for about a day, maybe a day and a half.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But what do you think, Martin? You have the 360 as well.
Yep, I have the 360, and you know what? By the time I get to 10 p.m., it's probably still at about 40% or so. And it's usually off the charger like around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
But you have your fitness stuff turned off or something, right?
Anything fitness related is off, yes, as much as I can.
I remember someone else I talked to. He was saying that he has his stuff turned on, so for him it lasts not quite the whole day.
And if I could actually turn the hardware off, it would be even better. Because if I flip the watch upside down, it's still recording in the back, so I can actually go in the app. Although it's not going to notify me, it still records the information.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say that I have all my fitness stuff on, and even when I hit the 12,000 step range, my watch is still at 20%. And like I said, it only takes a few minutes to re-up. Like if I'm sitting at the computer, if I'm sitting at the computer for any kind of time, then I can get my device recharged. So it's not a big deal for me. The thing I think that having a better battery will allow them to have larger screens, more vibrant screens, maybe have better sound other than buzzing. So I'm sure that it'll be well used in the future. I doubt it'll make it so the Android Wear watches have the same lifespan as a Pebble.
Exactly. I mean, right now we're experiencing the first generation. What's going to say that it's not going to change for the better in the second and even third generation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's not just the battery size; it's also how the batteries, software uses the battery. So hopefully that'll all improve. So Google Messenger came out with a update today that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, the update today for Google Messenger actually It might start to be rolling out to people right now, but you can still grab the APK online if you haven't gotten the update. And it's a couple of features. I mean, now in the Google Messenger, you're able to have stickers similar to what you have in Hangout and Telegram, where you can actually send a sticker to the people you have on your SMS. So you SMS a sticker. Obviously, it's going to go through MMS because it's an image, but you'll be able to send all these little stickers that are built into the application. Also, something else that Google did include was the location sharing. We'll actually send out a MMS of the map of where your location to your contact, and with a link that you can click on, and we'll open up the map application on the device, and they'll be able to see the details of where your location sharing is. And there's been a few other improvements that have been made, and there's more information online in the change log.
Ah.
And in case you're curious, if you send your stickers even to people on iPhone, because half the world seems to be on there, the stickers still work. I sent that to a buddy at work today on his 5S, and he was quite surprised to see this little animation in his timeline, and almost was jealous for a second that I did that. So just a fun little addition to mention.
Good.
Oh yeah, you always got to poke the iPhone users.
I'm thinking that I will probably try that because I'm currently using. We had a little run-in with our phones with sending MMSs, and I sort of switched back to Hangouts, but I'm not convinced that Hangouts is what I want to use for my phone messages. So, because I think I saw you guys were talking about it earlier, like really in North America, you may as well use SMS because it is included, sort of unlimited, it's free. So for us, this is a big deal. For people, in Europe and other countries, well, and countries, not other countries. I realize Europe is not a simple country. However, people in other countries don't have the same system that we do. So it would, this is nice for us to have something equivalent to all those messaging apps.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's good to have the SMS and MMS here because it works with every single phone, no matter what. You don't have to download an app to work first, like data and stuff like that. So it definitely has its pros versus cons kind of thing.
I'm seeing this comment in our chat stream. Type something so we can.
Right here. Yeah, so I was going to ask you, Cass, are you going to switch over to Google Messenger for a while?
I probably will.
I've been running it for now a couple of weeks, and it's actually been quite interesting. I find it faster than Textra. And remember, we had a conversation not that long ago where I was testing the speed of how SMS and MMS was working, and came out that Textra was being faster. Google Messenger is now faster.
So I wonder if they didn't. Well, they're always updating stuff, so it's nice to know that the things that we want are things that they are considering.
So is Messenger being faster than Textra now?
Definitely.
Oh wow, okay.
I was able to type a message, click send. It will take about a second, maybe 2 seconds, and pop send.
Nice.
Yeah, it seems to be really quick. It seems to be quick on here.
Yeah, now I'm sending with Messenger, Google Messenger. I click send. It's already saying send. I got the confirmation almost instantly. So I was very impressed on how they're processing it.
That's pretty good.
Very nice.
That's pretty good.
Very nice. Okay, and then one more piece of Google news.
Indeed. Google added a very important feature that a lot of people probably find it very interesting. It's the sync option on the Google keyboard, which was kind of missing before. I mean, if you're familiar with SwiftKey, it records your pattern, records your dictionaries and whatnot, and so whatever device you're going to be using, it has the same keyboard pattern, same swiping pattern, same dictionary. Well, Google now has that with the Google keyboard. With that, whatever device you're going to go to, the keyboard is always going to be in sync. You're always going to get the same stuff, so it's going to remember how you do your stuff, how you swipe, how you type. So it'll bring what we had with SwiftKey directly to the Google keyboard now.
Well, a lot of those keyboards are using the SwiftKey engine. I know the Samsung keyboard does, and someone was saying that maybe even the Sony one does. So
I think Oppo does it as well.
yeah, so it's good that they're getting, and now I'm going to assume that they're paying SwiftKey for it, for the
You know
ability
what?
for additional things.
It's entirely possible that they're paying SwiftKey for the library, for the use of the library.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, not nothing else. So yeah, I think that's a really cool thing.
It should make stuff easier for people because a lot of people will just grab the standard and they'll just use it. And a lot of people will notice that the standard keyboard that's offered on most devices is the Google keyboard.
Yeah, I know Sony has their own keyboard, which Samsung has its own keyboard, which I like. So
I'm not a fan. I'll say this like this. Cass, you can curse me after. I hate the Sony keyboard.
like you're not. I never use the Sony keyboard, so not cursing here.
I mean, I know you. I know you're cursing your compact, but yeah, no, the keyboard on the Sony is for crap. Please, Sony, if you're hearing this conversation, scrap it and add SwiftKey. Thank you.
Hey, speaking of keyboards, if I can just add something to the agenda, agenda on the fly is that Flexi, by the way, just became free as of today, and that is my third favorite keyboard: Android SwiftKey and Flexi. And that is not a keyboard if you like to swipe. That is for the PEC.
Yeah.
But it is ridiculously fast because you get to go like this, and then for your space. No, I don't like that word. And you get to delete it. So it's really, yeah, I know, I'm very animated, but it works really well, and I did enjoy that keyboard. So I was already a paid user because I bounce between keyboards so often and try them all the time, and it was pretty cool to see that one's free. And those that have paid before, like myself, we get some free themes or something like that as a compensation now. So just thought I'd put that in there since we're talking about keyboards.
Yeah, and I still try and like SwiftKey every once in a while. I own it. I keep going back to Swipe. I've been using Swipe for so many years now that I'm used to it.
Good too.
Creature habit. That's all I gotta say. Well, and then Rob, you may as well keep talking because the Tim Hortons emoji keyboard came to Android. Did you install it?
No, actually, was I supposed to talk about that one? I didn't install it. I just know about it.
Oh.
I said I was going to talk about the Google Messenger, but Martin took that one.
I see MG.
I can chip it onto the Tim Hortons emoji keyboard. I mean, the emoji keyboard first came out for iOS a week before Android did, and I was kind of surprised that Tim Hortons would just decide, hey, we're going to release to iOS before we release to Android. They should have just released to Android at the same time. I mean, they were a week apart, so that kind of threw me off and pissed me off a bit. But I mean, if you did want to type like a Canadian, you can install the Tim Hortons emoji keyboard and have all these like emoji that you can use, and they're all relevant to Canadian, and just speak Canadian emoji. I mean, personally, I wouldn't use it personally because nobody would understand freaking nothing. But I mean, it was interesting to see for what they released. I mean, I get some text messages from a couple of people, and it's all these Tim Hortons emojis, and I'm like, really, really.
Well, really. Yeah. I don't actually consider Tim Hortons Canadian anymore because they got bought out, and then they did some jerky-ball things. They did some jerk-ball things, and I just thought, yeah, no. I'll go to McDonald's, who doesn't even pretend to be Canadian, and actually has decent coffee as well. So,
surprisingly enough,
my favorite coffee.
Coffee is really decent. It's really decent. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last topic that we have, we sort of slowed down in the middle, is I got an email today from TD Bank, and they were pushing the Yugo app, and the Yugo app is a wallet, and you can put your both your loyalty cards and your credit cards in there. And TD came out quite a while ago with the Tap to Pay with their mobile app, and it was not that successful. I think it was very difficult for them to implement, and now they seem to have partnered with Yugo Wallet instead. With Yugo Wallet, you do have to have one of the high-end phones, like not my phone. My phone will be going to become another phone shortly. But it does.
We know, Cass.
You can say it.
I don't know. Do you guys get any hint of bitterness here at all? The S3 may not be getting Lollipop, but Yugo Wallet will work with it. So, and with the mobile app, it was really just the S4 and S5, and they had a very select few. With Yugo app, it's the Moto X 2014, the Galaxy Note 2, 3, 4, Galaxy S3, 4, 5, 6, 6 Edge, 5 Active, T3, Z1, 2, and 3, the Alpha, the Mega, HTC One, and the HTC M8, LG Optimus G2. I don't see a lot of LG phones here. However, it may just be that they haven't gone through testing yet. So with the Yugo app, it is supported by, now I would imagine it's supported by Bell because it is supported by Rogers, Bell Mobility, TELUS, Virgin Mobile, Kudu, and it just has to have an NFC-enabled phone, but they will work. They do want the NFC card from your carrier. The app doesn't work on rooted phones, not a surprise. And you either have to have a TD credit card or a PC Financial MasterCard if you're with Rogers or TELUS. So these guys really are trying to move in the Canadian market and grab it quickly because it sounds like, with Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Google Wallet, PayPal, and all these things doing tap to pay, if you want a piece of that cake, pie, then you're going to have to move fast. Martin.
Yep. I have a question for you. Do you actually need a SIM 2.0 NFC-enabled card?
It looks like you do have to get an enhanced NFC SIM card from your mobile carrier.
You probably do, because I'm with CIBC and they have something similar to. They got, I can't remember what it is offhand because I don't have it, but it was the exact same problem a while ago that they were only compatible with a very select few phones.
Yeah.
I don't know if the G4 will be because it's so new, but I know my 2013 Moto X is just probably too old now. So, but it did say that before that, even if I had a compatible phone, I'd have to go back to Rogers in my case and get a NFC SIM card. Is what they were calling it.
Well, and those are like $10, so it's not like they're asking.
Oh yeah, it's probably not a huge expense. Right?
No.
At least I hope not.
No, I found when I was trying to do this with my S4, it was just like really not working. I went and got the SIM card, I was all pumped, and it just would not work. So hopefully we'll have better luck with this. If nothing else, I've got the loyalty card thing going. I always like the loyalty cards. So I don't see that it's that it works with Wear, but you never know. So I think that brings us suddenly, to the end of the show. Anybody else have anything they want to add?
The only thing we have, I mean, if nobody's seen it so far, we had one review, which was the RAV Power 36 watt 7.2 amp 4-port USB desktop charger that we posted online. And for $19.99, it was definitely worth the buy.
Yeah, those multi-port things are very handy. I got the Anchor one, and I really like it.
Yeah, I have the Anchor and the RAV Power because I kind of needed one to throw in my backpack and just walk away with. I have all these cords, and I don't need all these plugs. So, you know what? Micro USB cords are perfect. I got tons of those. But I just didn't need the block charger for each one of them, and the desktop charger just does the job.
Yep. I hear ya.
And I think that wraps up our show.
I think so, too. It's too bad Ryan couldn't come in. He was just having a heck of a time.
He was having a great time.
Yeah.
ISP problems, ISP.
Although we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Usually when we want it the most. Okay, so everybody say goodbye.
All right, take care, guys. Thank you for joining in.
Thanks for joining us. See you next week.